How are we?
Good.
Good, good. And here the goggles are. There's the DJI Goggles, which we're going to try tonight and tomorrow. And we'll take them out and we'll test them with the Mavic and with the Spark and see how it goes. Go for it. Look all right.
Yeah.
I've been down to the D1 store in Brunswick and they have given me the goggles to try out. The goggles come in two pieces. Now we haven't bought the pack or anything, we've just borrowed these, so all they've given us is the goggles to use. And what we've done is charged up the base, so the base is ready to use. To put it together, you put it in there and you'll hear a snap. That's the snap. And the goggles look just like that. Now, to put them on, open up the back. You place them on your head, you push them down, so it's down on the back of your head. You see that clearly? And just close them back up again. And then the goggles are on. Okay, you can take the goggles off and on like this, so just roll them up. Now there's a few tricks with these goggles. Number one trick is they say they don't work on a Spark, but we know that these do work with the Spark. So let's look at what's in the goggles. There's a battery at the back. The battery feeds through here. There's a charging port which we've charged up already, so there's your charging port there. That charging port's very important later on, so we've got to remember that that's there. On here we've got the power button. 2 clicks, just like all DJI products, and on it goes. That starts everything up inside. Can we see inside there?
Yeah, vaguely, yep.
Excellent. So that starts the goggles up. Goggles have got a little thing on the bottom to be able to wind them in and out. There it goes. So you can wind the glasses in and out to make them better or more comfortable for your eyes. And on the rest of the goggles, you've got a back button and a function button. You've got the reset port there. That port there is very important, so we'll look at that one again later on. On the other side, now the trick with this is it looks wrong. But see this little thing here that says HDMI behind it? If we use just something sharp enough to get in there, so it doesn't peel from the top like it looks like it's going to, it peels from the side. Behind there is an HDMI port, a microphone port, and a memory card port. Is that there is actually a menu, touch sensitive menu pad. So one finger does one thing, 2 fingers does another, and that controls all the different features that you've got with the goggles. Okay, well, to go through very briefly on how to connect these drones up, the important piece of the Mavic right now that we need to be worried about is behind this thing here. Behind here, there's a couple of little bits that you need to see. Now you've got your controller versus your Wi-Fi there, and you've got your memory card below. But right here, hiding, it's very hard to explain, but right there hiding is a little button there. That's your connector button. So that one there you need to press in whilst you're pressing in the reset button and the function hole here. So after a quick search, that's the little thing there. You need to push that into that hole there, and what you'll see is it'll go red. On the drone, once this is connected to the drone, so once that says it's connected, that red light's on. So it's now ready to go on here. The red light's on there. And we just press that little button there. And now everything's connecting. So that's gone green, that's now green. And if we take that off, point it towards our lights, we can now see the vision from there. So is that showing the proper vision? Yes, it is. So can you see that, Terence?
Yep.
Excellent. So now if I move the camera around, if I do a swipe down with both fingers, it now gives me a menu. If I go forward, I've now got Gimbal Lock. So now the headset is locked to the gimbal. I can now control the gimbal by lowering and raising my head.
Oh, yep, there.
Okay. So now we can see it lower and raise the gimbal. So if we look in there now, okay, it also turns left and right. So we've got control over what the camera sees whilst we're using the headset. We're going to have a quick look at flying the Spark with this. Now, there's a lot of rumours saying that the Spark doesn't work with the goggles, and I can tell you that it does. But there's a trick to it. So here's the Spark. Get the controller out. Here's the trick. The OTG connector from the other video that we filmed regarding not losing my drone. Plug that into a USB cable, micro USB port. Plug that into the bottom port on here. Remember before I said we were interested in this port over here? Well, guess what? That's now when we have to use it. Plug that in there. Turn the controller on. Turn the drone on. Turn the goggles on. And voila! Just from doing that, we're now connected to the DJI Spark. So without having to do any syncing work or anything else, just by plugging the controller using an OTG connector into here, we've now got the headset working with the Spark. So you can still have someone, if you use a longer cable, you can still have someone fly it while someone watches it. But we'll check this later on, but I don't think we have gimbal control using this method. So I don't think you can look around with the gimbal. I think all you can do with this is see and watch the flying. So that's why you still have to have a phone connected via the Wi-Fi to make this work. So when you're doing this, you'll lose the ability to have the direct connection on your phone for the longer distance, but you do have that still with your goggles, so you can still see the drone at a distance. So that's what it looks like. All the controls are in there. If you're worried about pressing record, one tap on there and it starts recording straight away. One tap and it stops recording straight away. You don't have to look for the record button on your controller. And everything's now working. Now, while we put this away, we'll just show you one more trick with the goggles, which I think is really pretty cool. So let's put some of this away and we'll get on to that last trick. Okay, last trick I wanted to show you uses that HDMI port that we looked at before. Now I thought this was quite fun. So what we've got is we've got the HDMI port here. Plug in HDMI. What we've got is we've got a Chromecast. So we love these Chromecasts. We use these all around the house. Plug the Chromecast in. Plug the power into the Chromecast. Because you know you want to be able to be portable with this. Plug that in. You see the light coming on right there. Turn on the goggles. You hear them fire up. So you can see them fire up inside.
Yeah, I can see it now, yeah.
You can see it now. With my DJI headset, I can now sit here and watch Netflix or anything else I've got connected to my Chromecast. We're going to go out now and fly it, but I just thought I'd put all the pieces here just so you can see what you need in order to make these goggles work properly. So let's go through those pieces. Terence?
Yeah.
You need a pin in order to do your resetting for your Mavic and your goggles to be able to talk to each other. Make sure that the remote is connected to the Mavic, and make sure the Mavic is ready to push that little button in at the same time as you do it on the goggles. Okay? So that's for the Mavic. For the Spark, you need an OTG adapter. And a USB to micro adapter cable. So Terence, I reckon we take these out for a fly. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon too. Yeah,
okay, let's take these out. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, here we are right now. We've come outside, it's finally cleared up a little bit. We've come to one of our favourite spots where we fly our drones around. Nice and secluded. We've gone to the lower area because it's very windy today. So I'm going to put the goggles on. I'm going to go into fly mode here on my phone, so I know that I've got Terence, who's operating the camera behind us. He's our backup in case anything goes wrong. That's connected to the drone. I can actually see inside the plane right now. I'm going to start recording right now. I'm also going to start recording from inside the goggles right now as well. Going to take off. Now I've set up the Mavic so that where I look is where the drone looks. I'm just going to confirm that now through the menu. Terence, you want to take it, watch it as it comes up? So now as I look around, the gimbal's looking around, but the drone is looking ahead. So I'm actually just waving it in. So I'm at 9 meters above me right now. Ooh, where are we? So I look down. Oh, there I am, right there. So let's just strafe away a little bit. You can actually feel the wind from that TJ. I'm looking at you right now, Terence, from the drone, even though it's not looking at you inside. I'll just turn around. Keep going around to the duck pond. I'll just do a visual check on where we are. Look at the goggles. Oh, it's windy today. So I can look down at the pond. You can even see fish in the pond, Terence.
Really?
Yeah, there's fish in the pond. I can look around to a certain amount depending on how much the gimbal lets me move around. I can see my center point bouncing around like crazy in this wind. Strafe across the lake a wee bit, turn it back around. At us as we fly over the top. Looking straight down at us right now. Look at that, TJ, look up and you see the gimbal of the drone facing straight down towards us.
Yeah.
And I can see all the details inside here of where we are. That's how easy it is to fly the drone with the goggles on. The goggles give a smooth resolution. We didn't go very far away. As you can see, it's very windy today. So what do you reckon, Terence? We'll switch over drones and go over to the Spark.
Yeah, I reckon.
Excellent. Let's do that right now. You can pause that now for a moment. Good. Alright, with a Spark, you have to use the OTG cable on the bottom of the Spark. That has to go to the USB charging port on the goggles. Now we've got the Spark up. I can see myself perfectly fine here. Just start recording. Let's go up. Now the Spark is giving me a lot different resolution to look at. And I don't have the same gesture control as I did before. All I have is a choice between full screen mode and standard mode. And right now the poor drone is being knocked around like crazy from the wind, so we're just going to fly it a little bit behind us. Turn it around. Roll the camera down. Whoa, Terence, is that getting knocked around like crazy or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can not half tell. Woo. So that's about as high as I'm willing to take it today. That's about 10 meters in height, so it's not very high. Not like our normal flight plan, Terence. But what it does give you is it gives you a view of exactly what the camera's seeing. And the difference between this camera output and the Mavic camera output is hugely different. So we're at 10 meters high. I'll see if I can get a view of the city for you, Terence. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's go back.
Yeah, okay.
There goes a view of the city, Terence, but the drone is actually sitting sideways to do that. So let's bring it back down again. Let's make sure it's got a clear path to land. Oh, there. Can't see. Courtesy of someone's using my sunglasses right now. Roll that up. There we go. Let's see if we can put ourselves in the focus, Terence. There I go. Can we do a gesture control? Hey! Want to land it, Terence?
Yeah, okay.
Here, pass me the Osmo. Just like that. Doesn't like the glasses.
Yes.
It's recording.
Yeah.
Keep it roughly where you think it needs to be.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, we're just about to take off again with the Mavic. This time TJ's wearing the goggles and I am acting as pilot. So TJ, yes, that's recording you in the goggles. Flick it back around again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Double click. That's it. Ready? Off we go. So tell me when you can see the city, TJ.
Oh.
How good is that? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Go on, look around, TJ.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
So can you see the city now?
Yeah, I can.
So turn it more around that way. Is that better now?
Yeah.
So if you look straight up,
Yep.
not you,
Oh.
you can see that our drone is flying straight up there. And TJ is looking around, and they can see everything happening around him. Is that right, Terence?
Yep.
There we go. And I can see everything TJ sees as well now. So on here, I can see what TJ's looking at. Look around, Terence. Look around.
Yep.
So as Terence is looking around, I'm looking around. It's only got so much you can see, Terence.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now we're recording it all for you. So as TJ looks around, we're looking around. Alright, bring it in now, Terence. Can you see enough for your footage? Right down. See that? Look straight down.
Oh, you said no, okay.
Bringing their drone in now. So Terence, you're still going to look around while we bring the drone down. Hello. Hello. Here we go. It's looking. There's us. Just moving. There's us. There you go. How good's that? Alright, bring it into landing. And there we go, we're done.